I am backing up. Very good. Checking all around. Okay. And then, whoop! That's funny. Tesla CyberTruck. I hate my front visibility. That is the first thing I'll say. I absolutely despise the front visibility on this car, especially when making turns, because normally, you know, you line up your mirrors and you try and turn tight, but it's so non-intuitive at all. Now, aside from the front visibility being total dog water, it is actually not hard to keep this thing in its lane, which surprised me greatly. Driving this thing in DC actually isn't as bad as you'd think either. Like, I'm in Georgetown and American University area. It's congested, not bad. This thing is smooth, it's comfy, the throttle is very heavy. For an electric car, when you think EV, you think zip, go. And I'm sure this thing has some get up to it, but I have not experienced it as I've gently pressed on the throttle, and I am very much a gentle driver. I'm going the speed limit, which is clearly not popular amongst other drivers. Oh wow, that rear visibility sucks. I can't know where the back of my car is. That is bad. Oh, there's a parked car here. And notice how my hand went like that. The blinkers are buttons, and it's terrible. Now I do wonder, because I was not in auto drive mode, how the Cybertruck would have handled that. It was a parked car on the side of the road in what is otherwise a regular lane of traffic. Would it have seen that it was stopped, or would it have just assumed that we were stopped up ahead? It's entirely possible this car is smarter than me. But if I push this button, I'm now in self-drive mode. And honestly, that's the feature that surprised me the most. At slow speed city driving, it's really good. Oh, why? It noticed a parked car way up there. That's crazy. That's really cool. I'm impressed with how it handles just navigating basic traffic. And I honestly think I'd trust it more in a low speed environment than a high speed one. But either way, we're going to be making, okay, this is a tricky intersection here.
Now turn right onto Wisconsin
Now turn right.
Avenue Northwest.
Oh man, it just cut across 2 lanes of traffic, but it needed to because there were parked cars. It's got a flashing yellow, which means yield for pedestrians, I guess. That's interesting. Flashing yellow right. I have not seen that before, I won't lie. Okay, right now the Tesla is trying to navigate a very narrow street, and it's doing so at full speed. Not super fond of that, but it did stay in the lane, and it stayed in the lane better than I would have. That was real close, actually. I don't think the truck realized that. Now, it's going to be very tight up here. I'm ready to take over if need be. We're next to a big truck. It's thinking. It's veering away and taking its time. Good job, Tesla CyberTruck. Good job. That would have been the same thing I did. I would have taken that very slow. Wow. Okay, how are you going to handle the all-way? Let's see, do you stop for 3 seconds? 1,000, 2, 1,000. 2. That's about how most people stop. You did come to a complete stop. I appreciate that. I don't know what the hell's going on up here, and the Tesla screen is replicating it very well, actually. Just a mess of people making U-turns in an intersection, and this person's going to let me go. Thanks. Little did they know, they didn't actually let me go. They let the truck go, because I didn't have anything to do with that intersection. So, final thoughts as I approach the Tesla dealer? Not bad. Like, this is a full self-driving car. I am comfortable. I look weird, but I always look weird, so that's not exactly the worst. I like the idea of full self-driving for people who can appreciate full self-driving and it being a real, like, a aid, not just, you know, a do it for you, don't think anymore. But I can also see how people are going to totally
In 500 feet, turn left onto M Street Northwest.
abuse this and just kind of, well, do their own thing with it. I really wish this vehicle didn't have such a stigma to it, because I kind of like it. It's neat. It's really, really cool, and I'm super comfy. I actually feel safer letting the car drive me than for me to drive the car, because I'm in the heart of D.C. in Georgetown, and, well, this is my first time driving a Tesla CyberTruck, so it's actually nice to know that this thing has got it covered. That pedestrian ain't stopping, Tesla. You know it. Good job. Is it the most well-built thing in the world? I mean, no. It's got some panel gaps and all that. It makes some rattling when you open and close the tonneau cover. You'd expect that to be whisper quiet, but I mean, it's not like it's cheap. It's just, it's strange, but the experience, really freaking cool. This is just bizarre and weird and interesting. What a silly car. This is just a silly car.